Apple makes about 60% of its global sales internationally, that's outside of America, from stores like this one behind me in Covent Garden, London. Now it's the latest multinational to find itself at the heart of a tax controversy. Where do sales go from stores like this? Where do the profits lie? Is it paying its fair share? US senators have been probing Apple's accounts for months, and they've identified a small handful of subsidiaries in Cork, Ireland, with huge profits but seemingly paying little or no tax. At first they thought Apple had struck a sweetheart deal with the Irish taxman. In fact, the senators discovered that Apple has found a loophole in tax treaties that allows them to have no tax presence anywhere in the world.
3 Apple employees in 2008, 2009 essentially decided where these profits are going to be taxed or non-taxed. Folks, it's not right. That is not right.
For decades, multinationals have been inventing ways of shifting their profits from real economies with higher tax rates to offshore tax havens with low tax rates. But Apple has taken this a step further. Their tax structures don't use a low-tax Caribbean island. They've found a way to make the island disappear entirely. This is how it works. Apple knows that the US taxman is preoccupied with where companies are incorporated, whereas the Irish taxman looks at where a company is managed and controlled. On the one hand, Apple tells the Americans that their Irish companies have a Cork address. On the other hand, Apple tells the Irish the same companies are managed and controlled in America. In the words of the senator, Apple's discovered the holy grail of tax avoidance. One Apple holding company has not paid any corporation tax to any nation for the past 4 years. It's called Apple Operations International, and almost $30 billion of profits poured through its books over that period. Any ordinary company, certainly one with $30 billion passing through its books, would file accounts at a company registry somewhere. But there are no accounts for AOI at Ireland's Companies Registration Office, and there's a very simple reason for this. AOI has chosen to structure itself as an unlimited company. Why would it do that?
An unlimited company is a company without the main benefit of incorporation, which is limited liability, which protects the shareholders from loss. There's no really good reason to set up an unlimited company apart from secrecy, because unlimited companies, as you say, don't have to file accounts. So that would be the main logic for anybody setting up an unlimited company, is to maintain privacy or secrecy in some way.
You shifted that golden goose, except for the Americas, to Ireland. You shifted it to 3 companies that don't pay taxes in Ireland, okay? They don't even exist for tax-paying purposes in terms of income tax.
The US Senate hearing revealed that AOI has never had any employees in its 30-year life as a company. Its books are maintained in Austin, Texas, and billions of cash and investments are overseen by fund managers in Nevada. Apple's phenomenal international success has meant that AOI and other non-US Apple companies are sitting on a pile of cash and investments worth over $100 billion. That's cash in the kitty equivalent to half the size of the Irish economy. Is this Apple's dirty little secret? We travel to Cork, to Apple's European headquarters, where AOI is registered, to find out. So you can't tell me if we're at the right address for Apple Operations International?
I can't make any comment to you, Simon, with all due respect to you.
Okay. Okay.
This is Apple's European headquarters, based in Ireland. That much I can tell you, right?
Right. So he's confirming these are Apple's European headquarters. He won't say whether Apple Operations International is a company that exists here. We know from companies' filings that it does, but he says that no one can speak for Apple's European operations from this building. We have to go to London for that. Dropping in on Apple's neighbours, it's clear Silicon Valley it ain't. There might be $30 billion pouring through the books, but it doesn't feel like it when you look around the local community. These employees all work in Apple's Cork offices, but none are employed by AOI. We know the only person in the building connected with that particular holding company is the mysterious Kathy Kearney. She is listed in AOI filings as Operations Director, but AOI has no operations. So what is she in charge of? After months of pressure from Senate investigators, Apple last week admitted that AOI was really controlled by senior executives at its California headquarters. Kathy Kearney attended just 7 of 33 board meetings in the last 6 years, 6 of those by telephone. If we really want to find out about this multi-billion-dollar company, we need to find Kathy Kearney. We've got a breakthrough finding the address for her. I've been on to the company's house in Ireland, and although you can't find it on the web, over the phone they were able to give me an address. In the Irish press, Kathy Kearney has been billed as the reclusive genius who has helped make Cork Apple's highly successful European headquarters. But the American senators are more sceptical, calling AOI the I company, I for invisible, and AOI's I director is certainly proving hard to find.
Yeah, the first house on the left, the very first house on the left. Go up here.
No, on the right there.
On the right, sorry.
So turn left at the crossroads,
Yeah.
Yes,
and then their first house on the right.
Yeah.
yes.
So we think we found the home of our I director, Kathy Kearney. It's not the palace I thought it would be, but we'll see if she's in. I'm beginning to wonder how important in Apple's global executive team Kearney really is. Clearly, Apple needs an Irish director for AOI for its tax avoidance scheme to work. Kearney is Apple's top executive in Ireland and much more than a front woman. But what exactly is her role at AOI? We didn't find the I director. Apple is the latest in a growing list of multinationals to have their tax affairs questioned. Next month, G8 leaders are meeting in Northern Ireland, and David Cameron has promised to tackle global tax avoidance.
I am a low-tax conservative, but I'm not a companies should pay no tax conservative. Individuals and businesses must pay their fair share.
Everyone agrees the rules themselves are broken and need to be fixed. It remains to be seen whether world leaders can reach a common view of what a fair world should look like.